All right, welcome to Hit It Bunky Rolling for Newbies. I keep on getting questions on how to roll, how to manage your position, what does Karen do? So I'm going to do a video strictly on this. And luckily, I have a leftover position in my old project Tasty Trade 2014 account in Thinkorswim. So let me show you what that looks like. I have one remaining, hold on, I have one remaining vertical call spread right here. Okay, so I have one call. So I'll show you guys how to read this, and you new people can learn how to set up your Thinkorswim. So how you read this is I have a position on the SPY. It's a vertical spread. It's a call vertical spread. It expires in like I don't know 9 days or something. Okay, yeah, right here 9 days. When you see a minus side, that means I sold one contract, a call, meaning I'm betting the SPY will finish below 197. A plus means I bought one call, betting it'll finish above 202. So this is my vertical spread. I want this the SPY to finish below 197. And I think I rolled this from last month or something. It was a leftover trade. Okay. So how you read this is your trade price means this is what I sold it for. I sold it for $3.09. Okay, meaning I sold this for $5.88 and I bought this for $2.39. The difference is leftovers. I sold this for $3.09 per contract. Each contract is worth 100 shares of SPY. So 3.09 times 100, I collected $309 for this. This is how much it's worth now. Okay, so it dropped $4.33, which is good because if I sold it for this, I want to buy it back for less than what I sold it for, right? Okay, these are your Greeks, and over here it'll show I'm up 1.61%, right? And I'm up $14. Okay, so this is a perfect small little position. I can teach you guys how to manage your position. Now in Dole, here's what it looks like. If you go to your trade page in Dole, here's what it looks like. Go to your portfolio position. Here's your SPY, right? Okay, and then I have it grouped, so I'm gonna close the grouping. Now in Dole, if you don't group it, it won't look like this. See, it's vertical. You can tell this is your vertical spread. If you don't do that in Dole after you place your trade, it's gonna look all weird. It'll just line them up down in a row. All right. So what you want to do is you want to click on these two blue dots, go to group, and hit vertical and group it, and then look what will happen. So this top line is for your total. This top line summarizes these two positions. Again, look, it expires in 9 days. I sold one. It's a minus side. I sold the 197 call and I bought the 202 call. So I'm betting it'll be below 197. I sold it for $300. I can buy it back right now for $295. That means I'll make a profit of $14. Today it went up I made $97. It shot up and I made $97 today. Okay, so perfect though. This expires in 9 days. So like, well, I'm still in the money. See this? That means that's not good. Okay, I want to finish out of the money, not in the money. So I could roll or I could keep it. So it's perfect. Let me just show you what I mean by what it looks like and how to roll. All right. Now, first, I want to show you what Karen looks like, or how or when to manage, or what to look for. What the most important is what to look for when you're managing your money. All right. So what Karen does, remember, she's selling them 2 standard deviations away on the put side, and then 1 to 1.5 on the call side. But she put those on separately. She manages them separately. So, for example, this is a call spread. So what you want to do is on your trade page, right? You can tell where you have positions on by this little thing right here. Red is what you sold, green is what you bought, and that's where. And this is the expiration or the time frame that you did it on. You click this and expand it. You will see that here it is, right? I sold the 197 and I bought the 202. Okay, 5 strikes wide, right? Now, so here's how you read this: 197 strike. I sold it for $5.88. See this 197? I sold it for $5.88. It's okay. It's worth 435. Well, actually, based on this, it's worth 444. Okay, but I can probably buy it back. Meaning, I sold it for this. If you had to buy it back, you would have to buy it back for around 444. Maybe I can buy it for less. We'll see. But anyway, that's the difference is your profit. But what I really wanted to show you is what Karen looks like. Is she looks for this probably out of the money. Okay. Now, if your screen doesn't look like mine and you need to know where your settings are, it's real simple. For your position, if you don't have this trade price here, click on this gear. You can look for trade price or whatever, right, and add it, and then order it in whatever way you want. Okay. Click OK, and then when you close your screen, it'll memorize what you did. Over here, if you don't have probably out of the money, probably in the money, probably a touch or whatever, just click on this, and then you can find them down here, or you can customize it, right, and make it what you want. I don't know what yours looks like, so I'll just click mine to that. There we go. Probably in the money. Okay, here we go. So what she does is she looks at her red position, anything in red, because that's what she sold, right? She sold premium. And on the put side, which is on this side actually, but anyway, she starts to move it once it gets to 70%. So how you read this is, what are my chances of this strike finishing in the money, I mean out of the money for a profit? So the chances of the SPY finishing below 197 at the end of 9 days is only 32%. So what she does is she rolls her position before she gets into any trouble. So on the put side, she'll roll it once it gets to 70%. Once she sees this, she has a position on, she sees this at 70%, she rolls it out already to another time to get, before she gets into too deep trouble. She never gets in the money like this. All right. Now, if you're doing one standard deviation out golden geckos, that's a 84. You might be at, if you do a golden gecko, you might be at a 70% probability out of the money to start off with. So you can't roll there. Okay. But what you want to do is you maybe want to manage your account so you only roll when you lose 2 times your credit received. What does that mean? Well, look, see how I collected $3.09? Okay. So I would move it when it showed me, like, when this, the mark, if this shot up to like $9, right? Because this is what I sold it for, and this is what I had to buy it back for. If I had to buy this back for $9, right? I sold it for $3. I gotta buy it back for $9. That's two. You know what I mean? That's $3 will make $6, right? And so if I had to buy back for $9, that's when I would roll. Okay. If I could buy it back for $3.09, that's break even. If I could buy it back for $6.18, I'd lose $3.09. You see what I mean? So if I could, if I'm more than $9, if I have to buy back for more than $9, Tom says that's a good signal to roll, and then you just roll it out. All right. Now, how does that look like in Dole? Trippy, right? Look here. It'll tell you. If I sold it for $309, if I have to buy it back for $900, right? I'd lose, right? That's your limit. That's kind of what you want to max out as. Okay? So that's up to you though, what you want to do. So if this was negative $900, okay, that means that's kind of sucky, right? That capture losses, and you could just exit and close it. Never mind roll, or you can roll it. Okay, that's a signal. If you get to 2 times your credit received loss, Tom says that's a good signal to roll. Now, in this case, I have 9 days left to go, right? So I might want to roll it. All right, 9 days left. You can see I might want to roll it. So to roll it, okay, in Dole, it's quite easy. Just click these 2 positions, and you're going to click on roll. Now, what is rolling? Rolling is just a fancy word for closing it for whatever it is, either a profit or a loss, and opening up a new position, but you're doing it all in one trade. Okay, so you're still closing your position and taking it for a loss or whatever. So if I rolled it right now, I'll be taking my $14 profit and rolling it into another position. So this is how this would look. I would click, like I said, these 2, and I'll click roll. Right, and your trade page comes up here, right? So the inside lines, this is your position now. The outside ones is what you're gonna move it to. So as you can see, I want to keep the same strikes, but I want to move it to a different, like 1 more week out. What would happen? I could collect 8 cents more, or $8 more per contract. Now remember, now it'll cost me $3 it'll cost in commissions. It'll cost me $1.50 per position. So $3 to close and another $3 to open a new position. So this is going to cost me $6 to do. So as long as I can do this for 6 cents, because 6 cents would be $6, I'm good. You never want to roll for a debit. You don't want to pay. You want this to say credit, because that means you're still collecting more money. Now, what that's saying is I'm betting that the SPY will finish below 197 at the end of the February 13th expiration. If you want to go out further in time, you just click this and see it changes, and I can collect less, 4 cents for that one. If I click this one more time, maybe I can click 9 cents. You see what I mean? So I can just roll it to whatever I want, 15 cents in March. See that? If I roll it out to the March regulars, right? It's 15 cents. I could maybe do that. I'm not going to do that yet. I kind of want to see what happens tomorrow. All right. In Thinkorswim, how you would do it is in your position right here, you see this blue dot? You just click it and it'll say create. You can close it or you can create a rolling order. So it'll say, okay, I want to roll it to, and it gives you three options. You know, I could roll it to the February, you know, this expiration date, okay, or I could do these other things, but usually it's the first one. So you could roll it, click roll, and here your order screen will come up, and it'll show you what could you do for a credit. Okay, so what see what it is you're closing these two, right? I mean, because you sold the before you sold the 197 to open it. So to close it, you have to buy it back. So now instead of a minus for this one, it's a plus, right? And the other one you sold it, so now it's a minus. So this is the bottom is your to close your position you have now. The top two is to open it. So you're going to sell the 197 again, but this time it's a different expiration date. Now if you want to change this date, the top two, you just click on this little thing and you can roll it out. Maybe like I don't know, March, like this, right? I think this one, and then you'll see it change here for a credit. Then you hit confirm and send, and then you go. Okay, that's it. That's all you do. Now that's the call side. You can do the same thing for the put side, and that's all it is. You can do it for both at the same. Well, actually, you can't roll all four at one time in Thinkorswim or Ado, but now you know how to manage both sides. So that's why if you're beginning, I always tell you, I've always said, you know, in the beginning, start off by selling puts because you're betting the market will go higher. Okay. Now, if you're new to Do and you now you know what these white flags are. If this confuses you and you don't want to see your positions on because you want it clean, go to settings and see this, and it goes away. Okay, but if you want to see it, leave it on. I usually leave mine on because I want to know where they are. Okay, but I take it off when I do the videos. Okay, so let's say I want to put on a new position, right? So let's look. Let's go to let's go to the trade page, right? It'll show you SPY. Wow, look, Mark, IV rank is 64%. Let's go to your Thinkorswim chart, right? Whoops. You go, oh, here's SPY. Look, Mark, IV rank is 65%. 65%. All right, IV rank right here is 65%. Okay, and you go, oh, I really want. What the heck happened there? This should have worked. Okay, whatever. IV rank is 65%, right? So you go, hey, I want to do this. So you go, fine. How do I put on a new position? Okay, well, remember, so if you're new, you would do a put. You would bet it go higher. So you go to strategies, you go to vertical, you'd make sure short put is checked, right? And you know a tasty trade they like to do at least 45 days to expiration closest to, and you want to stay away from weeklies in the beginning. So if you want to be really safe, go like this. Change this to 45, right? And make this monthly, one standard deviation, 5 strikes wide, hit go. And then go to settings right here and say show only regular expirations. Maybe you should click that. Click that. And it'll only show you regular expirations. So you'll do 51 days to expiration. Now it'll memorize that. So next time you go to strategies and you go to vertical again and you only, I'm sorry, make sure this is clear and do this one. It'll say settings save, hit go. It'll only show you the normal expiration, so you want to stay away from the weeklies. Okay, so look what this does. Look what you're saying right here. See, this is my call position, these flags on, right? So I want it to go down. Now, look what I did. You could put on a new position, a vertical put spread. So I'm selling the 184 put and I'm buying the 179 put $5 lower. All that means is I'm betting that SPY will be above 184 at the end of 51 days. My chance of being right is 86%. Okay? When you look in TOS and you go to your trade page and you go to March, close this up like this, go to March, regular, and you look at the 184 put. This is the put side, so you scroll to 184, right? Okay, probably out of the money, 80%. When you look later on and you put this position on, if it says 70% or 65%, start moving it already, and you'll know because there'll be a little red flag there. Okay, so I have 30 seconds left. Here it is. That's it. So everywhere in the green, I'm right. Everywhere in the red, I'm wrong. And that's it. You place your trade. Okay? You hit review and send, and you'll see the most I can lose is $444. The most I can make is $56. More than 10%. Right. I hope that helps. If I have to do it again, let me know. Thanks. Bye.